Thank you for watching Highway 34 Connection. Today's podcast will begin shortly.
Highway 34 Connection is a podcast where a trio of friends who have become brothers sit down and discuss random topics, or even break down a bracket and even discuss American sports and news. Now sit back and relax as we give you our thoughts and honest opinions on the topics at hand. Once again, thanks for picking Highway 34 Connection.
The following podcast may use videos, pictures, news articles, and even audio from another channel. Highway 34 Connection doesn't own the rights to those. We will shout out who or where we get them for the podcasts. They own the copyrights, not us here at Highway 34 Connection. Please remember that all of our podcasts are unscripted, unfiltered, and unedited. Podcasts we do are pro wrestling talk, where we discuss the world of pro wrestling and give spoilers.
Talking football, where we talk about the current season of the NFL, XFL and USFL, where we give our thoughts on each week of gameplay. We also give our predictions on what teams will win each game.
Conspiracy theories, we sit down and talk about conspiracy theories and why we think something is real or just a theory.
Let's chat it up. This is a podcast where we just talk about random topics here on the channel. We could talk about anything, so please be warned, our podcasts are intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome to Highway 34 Connection.
Alright. Fair enough.
Alright, hey everybody, it's Chief with Insidious. Ghost is en route to head home. So we're actually gonna have his wife being able to give us her thoughts on this as well. If you're in chat and you have your opinion, please feel free to give us that said opinion. We are only doing the first round tonight. So pretty much to get these guys all on the same page, everybody on the same page. This bracket is to decide who made the biggest impact when they left one company and went to another. For an example, Edge leaving WWE to go to AEW type of situation, and the impact that he's made since he's been in the company. And well, I guess it only makes sense for me to bring up Edge Adam Copeland, because he's taking on his best friend Christian in the first round.
Well, wait a minute. Are we talking about Christian when he went to AEW, or Christian when he went to WWE a few times, or Impact?
When he left WWE to go to when he left WWE.
I'm going to go with Christian then.
Well, I was going to go with Christian when he left Impact and came back to WWE, because he made one hell of an impact then too, because that was the first time he was able to. Because when he left WWE to go to Impact, everybody still says he's Edge's shadow. Even when he broke off from Edge and had that faction with Tomko and was trying to do his own thing, when he first came up with the Just Close Your Eyes thing, went from Waterproof on. I mean, he was slowly starting to do his own thing, but he couldn't really get to that next level where he was World Championship material. Sure, he had the Intercontinental title a few times, but it wasn't until he left to go to Impact. Sure, he made an impact over there as Christian Cage, but then when he returned and started at ECW and became the world champion at ECW, when he returned, he was no longer Edge's shadow. So I think that is when he made a better impact in the business, because he proved that he was no longer mid-card Christian. He was world championship material, which proved it when he even held the World Heavyweight Championship on 2 different occasions on SmackDown. So I'm going with Christian.
I'm going with Christian based on him doing WWE and jumping over to TNA, where he actually did hold the world title and tag team titles, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think for a short time he was part of the Main Event Mafia. So his career was better than what it was in WWE and TNA.
Yeah, like what I was saying. And because of that, he was able to skyrocket when he returned to WWE.
Well, it's because, TNA kind of let him take the reins of his own person and become somebody totally different. And WWE, I think if he would have stayed there, he would have just been Christian, pretty much, like you said, staying in Edge's shadow or trying to stay in all those people's shadow. I don't think he would ever have been able to break out of
not by himself.
whatever
You're
he was
right.
there.
That's why he needed to go. But I'm saying when he came back the second round, he was no longer Edge's shadow.
Well, yeah, because because WWE's seen, oh shit, maybe we fucked up.
Exactly. So that's why I'm going to go with Christian.
What about your wife? What about Heidi?
She's kind of showing she has no idea.
Okay, so Christian, gotcha.
My question for you, Chief. Are you shocked that's how the way it went?
Yeah, because I was kind of hoping you guys would have picked Adam just because of this next setup. Sean Spears leaving WWE to go to AEW and back to NXT, or the man who showed up to face Adam Copeland for the TNT title last night at AEW Collision. He's always ready, Matt Cardona.
I'm going to have to go with Matt Cardona because in WWE they didn't really use them right, and he's had one hell of a stint in AEW.
And on the independent.
And just because Heidi has no idea who that was, Matt Cardona is Zack Ryder.
Is that who you're going with?
We're also going with Zack Ryder.
Yeah, that was an easy one. Sorry,
yeah, I knew how that was going to go. Just like I think I know how this one's going to go. He was in AEW as a part of a tag team, and now he's in NXT underneath the name Lexus Keen. But Brian Pillman Jr. versus the late Brody Lee.
I'm going to go with Brody Lee. And even though he wasn't in WWE, you know, he went to AEW. His face was already familiar, but he was instant breakout.
Brody Lee, aka Luke Harper.
Yeah.
Right. I heard Brody Lee, but I didn't hear the other name. I'm sorry, it was breaking up on my end.
You'll know him as Lexus King.
I don't know him because I don't watch NXT, so.
Yeah, well,
Brian Pillman Jr.
Oh, Brian Pillman Jr. I'm going with Harper only because Pillman hasn't done anything yet. But if I want to go with promos, like on the mic, I'd go with Pillman because he's doing things with that. But did you notice that you had to tell me his other name because I didn't recognize his WWE name? Because that's the problem. He hasn't done anything yet. Does that make sense?
Yep, and I will let you know there is a couple in here from New Japan.
Great, so we won't even know who they are.
No, they're all in AEW now or Impact. That's why I'm bringing this one up. This first one left AAA in Mexico, went to AEW for a while, and then signed NXT and is now part of the LOW. Dragon Lee.
Yep.
Versus the newest signing to AEW, Okada.
Newest signing AEW. What was the name?
Kuchika Okada. I know I mispronounced the first name, but it's Okada.
Kujo Okada, yeah. Seen some of him in AEW. And Bruno dropped
it. I was a fan of his in New Japan. He was awesome.
Yeah. And Brody Lee, I don't know. I mean, Dragon Lee, I do not know much about. So, with that being said, it's kind of, I'm not going to vote on this one because I don't know the other one that well.
I'm going to go with Dragon Lee because I've been very impressed with what he's done on both NXT and SmackDown. And
plus, you don't watch AEW.
The ring is really well done.
Well, the problem is I don't know much about Dragon Lee. I know about the other one, and because of me not knowing much about the other one, I'm not giving a vote on this one.
Well, this next one, I know. I definitely want to hear from all three of you. They both left WWE at one point, went to AEW. One is still in AEW. The other one is on the injury reserves of WWE. CM Punk, John Moxley.
Moxley, hands down. I hate to say it, you putting Moxley on that list.
I had to. I had to put him on there.
But with putting Moxley on there, he's got to have been the one to make the biggest transition next to Hulk Hogan that's ever left WWE on his own.
Yeah.
If there was actually a modern day Hulk Hogan, you're looking at John Moxley. The way he actually just showed up at AEW from WWE and fucking annihilated the roster. Huh?
Who won the last vote? Because I kind of went through a dead zone.
I didn't vote, so it would have been whoever you and Chief voted for.
You voted for Dragon Lee. That's who won.
Okay. So it's John Moxley and who?
CM Punk.
CM Punk.
Oh, fuck.
I'm going with Moxley hands down because to me, he had a way bigger pop going into AEW, took the whole wrestling world by storm, kind of like what it did when Hogan went to WCW. So because of that factor alone, I'm going with Moxley.
Okay, but I'm actually going to counter you with that because everyone knew that's where Moxley was going. He promoted it.
But I can counter you that Moxley has been there and he hasn't had a whole freaking roster actually literally trying to fight him in the back because he can't keep his mouth shut. So I can counter that.
But when Punk returned, no one saw that coming.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they did because you seen all the shit talking that was going on during it.
Shit talking is nothing, and we both know how he feels about Vince and Hunter. And yet Punk
we're not talking about Vince. We're talking about other wrestlers in the back that obviously knew about it, was very not happy about it. And we're referring to one of them being the champion.
John Moxley.
Huh? What were you going to say, Chief?
Hey, Ghost, you're cutting out on us.
So what were you going to say?
Again?
Moxley, Dean Ambrose when he was in W, or CM Punk when he returned.
Because if I were to vote, go ahead.
Heidi and I are both saying CM Punk because of the reaction he got in Chicago when he came at War Games.
Yeah,
it's not about the reaction; it's what they have done to make an impact. Because if you look at Moxley, he's the first ever. If you look at Moxley, he's the first.
Reactions just ain't everything.
Yeah, they're not everything. If you look at Moxley right now, he is the first 3-time AEW World Champion.
Promos.
He has held the international title.
So when you say made an impact, are you referring to relationship with the fans or how much push he's getting or championship? When you say impact, what do you mean by impact?
Like he said, championship reigns. You look at championship reigns, Mike's skill being another one. Besides, I think he's the only one that could shut Punk up on the mic because he can drop a way better pipe bomb.
Right.
But impact and mic skills are not really the same thing. It's not what I think when I'm hearing the word impact. When I think impact, I'm thinking when this guy shows up, the whole damn universe, WWE universe, AEW universe, or what the fuck you want to call it, the fans go fucking bonkers every time this person's music hits.
See, that's why this one.
That's what happens with Moxley.
If you're gonna do that, you're gonna get the same thing with Moxley. So you're not really making your point any better, Ghost.
No, but I get what you're saying. That's why I was trying to clarify with Chief here. What does he mean by impact?
Because that's what we're saying. That's why the impact of matches, impact on the mic. You look at the all around the both of them. What has CM Punk done since he's been back in the wrestling realm? Nothing. Besides stir up problems. Since he's been back.
I'll agree that Moxley's done more.
Exactly. But look at what CM Punk has done since he's been back. That is a track record that you have to admit is not very good.
Well, he also got injured. That doesn't help matters.
No, it's the idea of the massive heat he's getting because of the shit he pulled in AEW. That's why other wrestlers did not want him coming in. One of them being Seth Rollins.
And yet they're able to work together.
Not because they're being forced to, if Rollins hasn't made that clear. Rollins still does not like the guy. And it's sad that you can tell it when he's a face right now and he's doing a heel stint live on Raw. Right to another face.
Come on, faces. That's been done so many times, though, face versus face.
Yeah, but the problem is, I don't think that's kayfabe. This is really how Seth feels, and he's showing it.
Yeah.
Actually, it's reading real quick that Punk and Seth have actually been working together backstage off camera.
Okay, so maybe this came.
Yeah, they're starting to pass.
I think it'd be good if they actually did put them in a match with all the physicality behind it. But they would have to save that for Mania next year because if they do it, well, they could do it at WrestleMania Backlash, I guess.
Or SummerSlam.
Yeah, but
yeah,
or SummerSlam.
I'm sorry, Chief. I think we're at a deadlock when it comes to this vote.
Yeah, I'm still going with Moxley. So.
And I'm going with Punk.
I put it in as 2-2 for now until we get someone from chat. I just texted Scribble, help, we're in a tie. Punk or Moxley.
And you also have to think Chicago's his hometown. You weren't think he wasn't going to get a big boost over that? Moxley can go anywhere and get that same boost.
Okay, he got released from WWE. He is now the X Division champion in TNA versus one half of the Ring of Honor Trios Tag Team Champions. It's Mustafa Ali versus Jay White.
I'm going to go with Mustafa because I know who he is. I don't know who the other guy is as well. I've seen them both, but I am very familiar with Mustafa Ali. He's got good ring performance. And he's good on the mic, and he knows how to rally the crowd. So under those circumstances, I'm going with Mustafa Ali.
Jay White's the former leader of Bullet Club.
I'm going to go with Insidious on this one.
All right, so we still have a deadlock on that other one. We have our first tag team. So we got a handicap match here. And I did randomize these seeds. Come on. Roderick Strong. Grizzled young veterans. Who are now in Impact Wrestling. Roderick is in AEW.
Grizzled young veterans all day long.
Is that because you're a vet?
No, because I actually do like those two guys.
Insidious?
Go with Roderick.
Is that who your wife's going for? Ghost?
Gee, kind of stop paying attention. You can have the tiebreaker this time, Chief. Go ahead.
It's going to GYB.
All
right. You know both of these guys.
All right.
But you might not know them by the names they're wrestling as now, so if you need help, let me know. The Bastard Pack versus Nick Nemeth.
Nick Nemeth.
I'm going with
no matter where he goes, Dolph Ziggler always steals the show.
Yep, I'm going to agree.
Yeah, that's why he's the New Japan Pro Wrestling Global Champion. Oh, we have our first male versus female matchup. Ooh, Bloodline versus the Royal Family. Trinity, aka Naomi, versus Dustin Rhodes.
I'm gonna have to go with Dustin on this one.
No matter if it's Dustin Rhodes, no matter gold dust, no matter if it's yellow paint, red paint, no paint, Dustin knows what he's doing, where he's doing it, and when he's doing it. So the fact that he's not even in the Hall of Fame yet is a tragedy. So gotta go with Dustin all the way.
I agree with you.
And the fact that he just put on a little stiff at Roman, that's funny too.
You guys may have just did what I was thinking that was going to happen. Fuck me.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said to Roman.
You guys may have just booked brother versus brother. A second tag team. FTR, a.k.a. The Revival versus Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody.
Congratulations.
That's not even
Congratulations. In the second round, you have Rhodes versus Rhodes.
I'll just put Cody on there now.
I was thinking that. Okay, so right now you have new talent in TNA, AJ Francis, better known as Top Dollar, versus the current reigning and defending NWA World Champion EC3.
Oh, crap.
I'm not a fan of EC3, so book me for the other one.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry.
I really don't give two shits.
I just do not like the guy. I didn't like how Vince booked him when he brought him in. Didn't like how he was in TNA. The guy is just all around trashy to me.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Insidious on this one. Even though I don't like Type Dollar, but I gotta. This one is not who's the best. This one is more like who's the worst.
Yeah,
and I have to agree with Insidious on this one.
EC3 is trashy as can be. I mean, come on. He was booked as EC3. Like, you couldn't come up with another name, Vince. You might as well just call him R2 fucking, D2.
D2?
We have EC3, and Vince made this big deal out of him, saying he was going to come out and beat everybody, and he got squashed 4 times in the first. He even got squashed in his debut. Then they released him. He went to TNA, talked a big game, got squashed out there.
He became the champ over there.
For what? Not very long.
I think it was about 6 months before he lost it to Matt Hardy.
Yeah, he's just trashy.
Thanks to another guy that's on this list.
He's got a horrible He's got a horrible skill set. He's got a horrible entrance, and he's not good on the mic. He's all around horrible.
All right. Well, I know you're not going to say that about either of the next two.
It just depends who they are.
All I gotta say is it's about the Boom, the American Dragon, Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson.
I'm gonna have to go with Bryan Danielson on this one. For a guy that was released from WWE and also went to AEW and has done pretty good since he's been there. He's even broke a whole different character level, and fans are behind him. I got to go with Bryan Danielson.
Yep, same here. And ladies and gentlemen, we've lost the Chief.
I'll stop being stupid.
And Chief is back. He backed out too far. I would know. I've done this several times.
All right, Bryan Danielson. You guys are just voting for Bryan because you don't want him to fine you.
I'd vote for Jericho just so I didn't make the list.
Good to know. Matt Hardy, Jack Hager.
I'll go with Matt Hardy on this one. No offense to Jack Hager, but since he's been back, he ain't really been able to do anything. He's just kind of stood around the back mostly. So for that, I'm gonna go with Matt Hardy.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Matt Hardy.
You guys know who Jack Hager is, right?
Yes, we do.
Jack Swagger.
We the people. And I hate to agree with this, but his old manager recently was on a podcast and said that's what needs to happen. They need to bring that back for him to go anywhere. Because right now, he's with a group that he's literally just standing around as an enforcer and not really doing anything.
Yeah, he's actually not with a group no more.
Oh, now he's by himself and not doing anything. Perfect.
He came back one match, and then you haven't seen him since.
Yep.
So both of these are in AEW, but you guys both know them. The submission expert Kyle O'Reilly versus the best man Miro.
I'm going to go with Miro because also, again, his mic skills have improved since he's been over there. Crowd's reaction's been with him.
Even through a divorce, the crowd is still with him.
Yeah, it's amazing, you know. And it's as much as I would love to go with the other one, but I've got to go with Miro on this.
I can't. I got to go with Riley only because right before they got released from WWE, Riley defeated Cole in that final Undisputed Era rivalry. That way, it boosted his ability really up. So therefore, when he did jump ship, everybody was like, okay, this is no longer Adam Cole's sidekick. This guy's on his own. So that way, even when they did reform Undisputed Era, Kyle O'Reilly was no longer looking at a sidekick. He was looking at his own person within the group. He wasn't just like the henchman. So I have to actually go with Kyle O'Reilly.
Okay, so I watch AEW. You both know that. And out of the two, only Miro's held the TNT title. Kyle's only held tag team gold, actually, I think. So I'm going to have to go with Miro on this one.
Why? Because he held a singles title over a tag title?
He's done a lot more because O'Reilly got hurt before Miro did. Okay.
All right.
Well, I already know where Insidious's vote's going to go, so I'll put that right there. So we have Kushida versus the list maker, Chris Jericho.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Chris.
Yep, Jericho. Hey, I got to put you guys on mute for a second.
I refuse to go on the list.
Let's see if this goes how the way I think it'll go.
Yeah, depends who you have.
Eric Young, Mercedes Moné, a.k.a. Sasha Banks.
I'm going to go with Sasha on this one. Eric hasn't really done anything. He didn't really do much in TNA either, but he had a good comic going. He was kind of like the R-Truth of TNA. But I don't know if he's done anything in AEW.
Since he's been back, he's just led a faction, dismantled the faction. I haven't watched this past week, so I can't tell you what he's up to now.
But after looking at what she's done since she's been away from WWE, even on the independent scene, she still made waves. Huh?
New Japan, she won the women's title.
Exactly. She still made waves, and then she appears in AEW. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go with Banks.
Mercedes. Yeah.
I don't care. She'll always be Banks to me.
Okay. Give me one second, guys.
One. You're out.
Don't be a jerk, Rob.
I'll be going to the next one. I'll have it out here.
All right.
You said 1 second.
I'm gonna remember that the next time you go to the bathroom or the
not
the
2
gas
minutes.
station. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Not 3 minutes.
Anyway.
I didn't say a minute.
All right.
I said I'd be right back. Never say anything about minutes or seconds.
You did the last week. We were on a podcast. He said, I gotta be back. I'll be right back in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes are like 20. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go with. See, here's the problem. This is actually going back to the whole EC3 thing. It's not who's the best, it's who's the worst. And my problem with Sasha, aka Mercedes, is that she is the biggest crybaby when it comes to the women's division. I don't get what I want. I flip out and I go somewhere else. Then I screw up there.
We just talked about CM Punk.
Huh? Well, maybe. But the thing is that who decides to leave because when she is the champion? Like, I'm the champion. It's not good enough for me. I don't. The tag team division is.
I take it you didn't hear the whole story behind that, did you?
I know the whole story behind it.
It wasn't about what they wanted. It's about how the divas were being treated in the back is what they were getting tired of.
Yeah.
That's what they were sick of. They wanted them to keep changing their attires because they're showing too much or not showing enough or showing too little. That's why they made the statement they made.
Mm-hmm.
Was walking out.
And now that person's no longer there.
And then Trinity went back where she decided to explore other opportunities where maybe shit would be different.
I just can't get behind Mercedes right now. I just can't. So my vote's for Eric. I'm sorry. I cannot get behind her right now.
So you're going to go with a guy that has done literally nothing. Great.
Again, this is one of those.
Mercedes took it with the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
From you?
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Hi, baby.
So the first half of the bracket's complete. We just got to wait on someone to.
Call her. She cleaned it.
Cool.
Hey, is that your wife?
Uh-huh.
Ask her who she prefers, Moxley or Punk.
You prefer John Moxley or CM Punk?
I don't even know who they're.
Dean Ambrose.
Okay,
CM
fine.
Punk.
Do you prefer?
I like Dean Ambrose. Well, CM Punk. Whatever the fuck he calls himself anymore. I still call him Dean.
So that's who she's going with.
Okay, that breaks the tie.
Well, who's she
Who is the other? I've never seen them.
Yeah, you have CM Punk. He's the one that was in AEW, got in that real fight in the back, turned around left, showed up in WWE where
We haven't watched wrestling.
I have.
You have. You
watched it with me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. It was after the Chamber when Seth Rollins was calling out Punk at the freaking aisle.
This one, fast forwarding through it.
Yeah, because I fast forward all the boring shit.
Yeah. So, what I got to see of it, it was.
Trust me. Any more of the matches are boring.
I already know how this is going to go, so I'm going to put the 3 votes in there. Maria Kanellis.
I don't watch it at all.
Claudio Gastonoli.
Claudio.
Cesaro.
You know Claudio.
And this is the right side of the bracket.
Cesaro.
Yeah,
Talk to
All
that
right.
one. He was the one that was trying to eat it.
You guys remember who Lance Archer is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus Ruby Soho, formerly known as Ruby Riott.
Ruby Riott.
I know Ruby.
I don't even want to deal with this one. Go with Riot. I don't care with this one.
I got a
Okay.
All right, then.
Every time I do a tie, Chief goes with Insidious
I'll clean his
anyway.
mouth. I'll get some mouthwash.
You licked me. I know where your mouth's been just a little bit ago.
Johnny TV,
Calm.
Big Con.
Who?
Johnny TV versus Big Con.
Don't know either one.
Johnny TV is John Morrison. Big Con is Connor, formerly of the Ascension in WWE.
Okay, well, I mean, you mentioned Johnny Nitro there. I'll go with him. Oh, nice.
But
Ghost?
I'm going to go with Connor just to see if my theory on Chief is correct.
You hate it.
I'm actually going with Connor. Morrison hasn't done much.
Holy shit.
It's no
Well,
reason.
there you go.
He killed it.
He killed it.
Come on, no
Well,
fairness,
let's
Chief. Yes,
I think I know how this is going to go. But just for shits and giggles, Lana versus Magnus.
kill that one.
CJ Perry versus SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis.
I'll go with Nick Aldis.
Nick Aldis.
Former Impact
your
World
puppy.
Champion and two-time NWA World Champion.
I know where's mouse been. And he's going to want me to try to lick me.
All right, so we got ourselves a good old handicap match. The Good Brothers, when they left AEW to come back to WWE, or Limitless Keith Lee when he went to AEW.
Keith Lee.
The Good Brothers. I mean, who do you think was the better impactor? Keith Lee, that big guy that you know, or the Good Brothers, aka Gallows and Anderson?
I'm going to have to say Gallows and Anderson, because the only thing Keith Lee did was win the tag titles with Swerve. The Good Brothers have done a lot more within.
Hey, I like Swerve. What's wrong with Swerve?
Oh, he's on this list.
I like Swerve.
Speaking of TNA, the Director of Authority, Santino Marella, versus the Cleaner, Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega.
I guess we're all feeling the Cobra later.
You mean, never mind.
All right, this one I want you to go from WWE to AEW. Sting, Buddy Matthews.
Sting. Because Buddy Matthews ain't done a damn thing.
Other than being engaged to Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, go with the Icon.
All right, let me know if you need the second name info. Sir William Regal, Tom Latimer.
William Regal.
William Regal.
You guys know who Tom is?
Don't care.
Kenneth Cameron, a.k.a. Bram.
Yep. Don't care. William Regal.
Okay.
I know who it was.
Oh, I kind of figured you're.
Part of me actually wants to go with him now. That way we can somehow get the vote to be Connor versus Kenneth.
I already did it.
Right.
The current reigning Ring of Honor television champion Kyle Fletcher or Soraya.
Soraya.
By the way, I don't know if you guys know this. Her brother actually just got hired to AEW.
Oh, no shit. Awesome.
All right. One of these guys is actually, I think, retired now. Former NWA World Champion, the guy that EC3 beat for the title. Brodus Clay, a.k.a. Tyrus, versus Stephanie Lander.
Brodus.
Go with Ghost.
All right, now this is what's going to go. You'll shock the hell out of me, though. Thunder Rosa, Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy. There was a debate on that one.
Rhino from WWE to TNA, or Swerve Strickland.
Rhino. Sorry,
Boy,
Swerve.
You said Swerve all day, then you voted against him.
Yeah, because you brought up Rhino.
Bad Billy Gunn versus AJ Styles when he came to WWE.
AJ Styles.
AJ, that pop when he came out in the Rumble was probably
epic.
Yeah, why couldn't I have been at that Rumble? Oh, great. The current reigning AEW World Champion Samoa Joe or L.A. Knight?
LA Knight.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna hand.
Now, which way are we going with Joe?
The only reason why I'm saying no, Joe, is because I've seen Samoa Joe do everything in TNA, nothing in WWE, everything in NXT, and everything in AEW. LA Knight just shows up and has, as far as I've earned everything he's fucking got, including won over the crowd, which I
but
think
didn't?
could happen.
Right.
Which I honestly, when I first seen LA Knight, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, and now I'm even behind him. So I'm gonna have to give this one to LA Knight.
Okay, see, this is exactly the same issue that you told me about like 12,000 votes ago when it comes to part of making an impact is also winning championships. How many titles does LA Knight have to WWE?
Samoa Joe's whole career just now. I said, I will repeat this. I've seen him do everything in NXT. I've seen him do everything in TNA. I've seen him do nothing in WWE itself besides NXT. He came to the main roster and did nothing. Then he went to AEW and he's done everything. LA Knight, to me, I didn't know much about him outside of WWE. But in WWE, from what he's done in the 2 years that he's been there, he's done a lot. Fought Roman, lost, but he fought Roman. So has balls to stand up to Randy Orton.
Joe's fought Roman and lost. Joe's fought Orton.
My point. Joe got squashed when he came up to main roster, in my opinion. He lost to AJ Styles, who he beat numerous times in TNA.
And now LA Knight's facing AJ at WrestleMania.
Yeah, kind of ironic. So, yeah, I'm going to, because of
I get what you're saying. I just feel like you're contradicting what you said earlier, is that part of making an impact is winning titles, and LA has yet to do so.
But LA is also gotten screwed more times than, let's say, Samoa Joe has. Everybody on WWE roster right now is getting screwed, in my opinion. Anybody who goes up against Roman, they're just going to squash.
Well, hopefully that changes soon.
Yeah. So, if I'm going to be honest, when I mentioned CM Punk, I mentioned when he came back to the wrestling world, he hasn't done nothing compared to everybody else. So, to me, to vote for someone that's done nothing is stupid. Now, if I'm looking at everything that a person has done, that's not being a hypocritical statement. That's me saying, yes, he's done things. Yes, he's done a lot of things. But I'm not going to, shine on LA Knight because he's trying to do things. He won over a crowd, like I said, and he's done it in a short time that no one else has. I mean, if we're going over crowd control, the way he can control them, to the way he's good on the mic and everything else, if I'm looking at all-around performance, I would say LA Knight's better than Joe.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying I don't want you contradicting what you said earlier about titles.
I didn't contradict anything. She mentioned titles, and I just went with it. But if I'm going to make similar statements, what title did I say that somebody won that didn't? Chief's the one that brought up titles. I never said shit about a title.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I'm not being hypocritical about anything. Has Joe won more titles than LA Knight? Yeah, sure. By probably hands down. We've probably been in the business a lot longer, so we could go by that.
Okay, then that really doesn't help. Like, how old is Joe?
Old enough. Fuck, he was TNA champion probably 3 times.
Chief,
Tag team champion in TNA probably 3 times before he even came over to WWE. Then he won the NXT World Heavyweight title. I mean, this list continues.
Chief, could you tell us how old both these gentlemen are?
That's what I'm doing. Give me a minute.
I do believe, if I remember right, they said LA Knight was the same age as Triple H.
No. LA Knight's younger.
Okay.
He is 41. Joe is 45.
So within 4 years of a difference here, Joe's done a lot more in the ring, title-wise, than LA Knight. So if LA Knight wants to get up to
What all
Joe
has
when it
LA
comes
Knight
to...
done? Like, what other companies? Because that would help out a lot.
If this might help, Joe made his debut December 99. LA Knight debuted February 15th, 2003.
So, yeah, he's
4 year difference.
Yeah, he jumped in later.
All right.
But not
so
by much.
LA Knight has been in the NWA, WWE, Independence, TNA, Impact, Rising, Global Force.
But how many titles have LA Knight won? I mean, what other companies? Like, I only know him from WWE. I don't know him from anything else.
Okay, he has held the championship wrestling from Hollywood title, the DDT Pro Wrestling Ironman heavyweight title. Okay, I'm gonna look at like WWE that type of stuff. He's a one-time NWA tag champ with James Storm.
No shit.
He is a one-time. All right, so for TNA, he has held the world title once. The tag title is one time with Steiner, a King of the Mountain champion, Gauntlet for the gold twice, Race for the case once, Feaster fired. That's how he got the King of the Mountain title. Feaster fired 2018. That's how he got the tag titles.
We're talking about Joe.
No, Knight. He is a Ultimate Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. And then $1 million title in NXT.
When was he in TNA?
Eli Drake.
But when was he, though? When did he win the titles with Steiner?
He was in TNA from 2005 to 2019.
That's weird.
As Eli
How the fuck
Drake.
do I not remember who the hell he is?
He was the one that had the talk
TNA
show where... Hey, he was the one where he had the talk show, and every time he wanted to say the word dummy, he'd smack a button.
Damn.
Dummy, yeah.
Now, here's the thing, Insidious. I'm not saying you're wrong at all. I mean, so here's my problem. If I have to go by who made the bigger impact, winning matches, squashing opponents, winning titles, and being business, I have to go with Joe. But when you have to say who made the impact when it came to mic skills, getting the pipes, getting the pops, I'd have to go with LA Knight. So this goes back to how the Chief said earlier, when I asked the Chief earlier, what do you mean by making an impact? And then he gives me this list of things. The problem is Joe has done it for half that stuff, while LA Knight got the other half. So they each made impacts on different ways, and that's the problem.
And to answer your question, Joe has more.
So are we going by all-around performance, or how are we judging this then, Michael?
All around. Is what I've been saying.
So if we're going by all-around performance, then this tiebreaker is just going to remain tiebreaker. Because if we're going by the here and now, then yes. If we're going by company standpoint of WWE or TNA, or hell, even where they're at now. So are we judging them by their whole career, or just what they've done recently?
Just what they've done recently.
I thought we were judging them by how much of an impact they made when they flipped to another company.
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing.
Well, then fuck. I mean, if that's the case, then I wouldn't know, but except for right now making a difference. I've seen where LA Knight is and where he came from. So in a way, hearing what I'm hearing now, I'm going to have to switch my vote to Joe.
Oh, good Lord.
Well, no, if you think about it, tell me if I'm wrong.
Help us out here.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong, Michael. Michael, hear me out for a damn minute. All right? So, if I'm going by recent, has LA Knight won a title?
Titles in TNA.
Yes. Has LA Knight won a title in WWE? No.
Not yet.
Exactly.
$1 million.
Exactly. So, and you said he is right now the world heavyweight champion of AEW, so we have to jump over. So with that being said, I am changing my vote.
No, not that. Just, I'm sure, I don't know if Chief heard that one, but Insidious probably did.
The lightning?
Big one.
Yeah, it shook my house.
Yeah, same here.
And I'm all the way in the basement.
So you're going Joe then, Insidious?
Yeah.
Ghost?
I
honestly didn't know. I just wanted to make this conversation.
No, I'm glad you did, because, like I said, that's why I wanted to clarify how we were.
But
judging
now
everything.
I'm thinking about flipping my vote, because how he did in TNA is one thing, but right when he came to WWE, he like Insidious said, he started getting the fans, just like everybody said.
Yeah,
I mean, Joe never did that.
No, but Joe, as of right now, is a heavyweight champion, where he hasn't won a title in WWE at all.
But is it all about titles, or is it all about? See, this is back to our.
See, that's where I was at. But when Chief said it goes about what they have done since they switched, you got to go with Joe. Joe's done more. Joe's a champion. Granted, him working the crowd, having crowd control, but going by what you were saying, though, what they have done lately, you got to give it to Joe.
Let me throw this out there. Joe is the longest reigning Ring of Honor television champion. He actually relinquished the championship to go after the AEW World title. Because nobody could beat him.
But it also goes back to what I was saying, too. Does it also mean that Joe had more opportunity than what LA Knight is getting right now?
Oh, that's actually another good point, too.
Yeah, he's had way more opportunities.
And if that's the case, then I would have to change my vote again and go back to LA Knight.
Oh my gosh!
So yeah, but you're like we said, we're also going by opportunity. We're going. See, this is the point of, just categorizing everything and actually looking at the whole career standpoint of what is going on with them. And us voting, that's what I'm saying. It's going to go back and forth no matter how you look at it, because of everything, like we're saying. You're not looking at the all around this. We're not going by opportunities they are given. Has LA Knight had those same opportunities? No, he hasn't. Has he had opportunities to go after other titles besides Romans? No, he hasn't.
I am going to say this real quick. I'm glad you guys are doing it on this one, because this is the last one.
Wait a minute. Didn't he have a United States title shot?
Who?
Knight. Didn't he like a few years? I don't know if it was the United States or IC title, but didn't he have a secondary title shot not too long ago? Maybe like back in October or September?
He went up against Kevin. No, it wasn't Kevin. For some reason, I was thinking Gunther.
No, I don't think he fought Gunther.
Mm-mm.
But I could have sworn he had a few for the United States title.
In that case, it would have been Logan.
No, it would have been before Logan.
Wasn't it Dom?
No, Dom never had it. Okay, before Logan, it was Rey Mysterio. Who had it before Rey?
That's a good question.
Because I think it was whoever had it before Rey, LA Knight had a tangle with. Everyone, if you can hear the dog, and any fans, you guys hear my dog, she's fine. She's just in her kennel. She doesn't like storms, and she's also soaked. So she's fine. She's just being a big baby.
Yeah, mine's not down here trying to get behind me, so that's a good thing.
Chief, my vote, I don't have one. It's a tie in my brain. But Heidi's voting for LA Knight, so go ahead and get the score tonight.
Triple threat match: Rey Mysterio, Austin Theory, and LA Knight.
It was Theory, right? Theory and Knight went at it for a few times. I forget. Yeah.
Yep. Forgot about fucking Theory.
All right, I did too. So give the vote tonight.
Well, that was our last one, wasn't it?
So who you going for, Insidious? I need a final answer.
I'm going with LA Knight.
You son of a bitches. You just booked a WrestleMania match.
Nice.
Round 2, it's Styles and Knight.
Well, we'll know we have to give that one to AJ, so there's that.
All right, so that round 1 is over.
Chief, I don't know how much longer we're gonna keep our signal up with the storm coming in.
Nope, you're good. I just wanted to do round 1 tonight. I figured round 2 we can do.
But means we're still on the pro wrestling talk. There's some things I wanted to talk about. That means we're still on wrestling. There's some stuff I wanted to talk about, if you don't mind.
Actually, yeah, there is. Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm. I know me and Michael started on this a couple nights ago, so.
I need to get something from you guys here.
Predictions?
Yep.
Isn't it too early for that because they're still booking fucking matches right now?
Yeah, they're planning on probably booking the Pride versus the Final Testament next week on SmackDown.
Probably.
So I vote we do this. Chief, what's your schedule look like Friday night?
I'm off at 4 Friday.
Okay, I'll be off at about 9 o'clock Friday if I'm door dashing.
It's something.
No.
Yeah.
I was just laughing because I never thought I'd see Michael DoorDash.
Trust me, I hate it.
With him hating people as much as he does.
Exactly. Trust me, I've already had problems. Okay, so how about
a bully from high school?
Yeah.
So what do you say we try to do the WrestleMania predictions
after
either Friday after SmackDown, or we try to get our asses up bright and early Saturday before WrestleMania starts?
Say we can do it right during the Hall of Fame. I don't care.
I kind of want to hear Heyman's speech.
No.
I think he's actually the headliner, by the way.
He is the headliner.
No, they weren't.
So have they figured out who's going to induct him?
Oh, since we're on wrestling, I did find out
Heyman?
They don't know yet.
Because I was listening to a podcast where Dreamer, him, and another ECW legend was there, and they were all talking.
It was Dreamer, Taz, and the Dudleys.
Yes. And Dreamer actually made him cry. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a really good interview.
Yeah. Because Dreamer's like, you can hate him, because there was times I wanted to. There was times where we didn't get paid, and we hated him. But you know what? You always had to respect the man. Because he always made it right, no matter how long it took.
Oh, wow. In a recent interview, WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin and First Class Pilot Hall of Famer Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson openly admitted that during the WrestleMania matchup that they both filed a request with the WWE Board of Directors to have Jim Ross call their match. Rumor. I don't know. There's been a lot of rumors on who's inducting Heyman. Hell, I've even heard Brock, which would piss off Roman so fucking bad.
No, what's going to be funny, what's going to piss off Brock is piss off Roman is when they win their match and they think the whole bloodline rules, and then Brock comes out and ruins the whole fucking party.
And helps Cody?
Yep. That'd be
And
fucking
right when
hilarious.
Cody's raising his hand, Brock F5s him.
Nope, just comes out and starts beating all their asses because they said it'll be bloodline rules, which means bloodline can be there on night 2.
I know what it means.
So, from what I'm reading, is that Heyman was offered the induction a few years back and he turned it down.
Right.
When he got a call from Paul Levesque, he said yes because he figured it would be a sign of disrespect to be the first person named to the Hall of Fame by the new man in charge, Paul Levesque.
Mm-hmm.
There is no clue on who exactly is going to induct him.
So, there is a question I wanted to ask you both, and I've asked a lot of people at work this question, so I want to ask you guys this. What do you guys think of Logan Paul using the power of the punch by William Regal?
I don't mind.
I'm not gonna lie, Logan's kind of grew on me since he came in. I know a lot of people are still bashing on him, but dude, I don't know anyone that's came in and caught on to the business as much like he did.
Exactly.
And I've actually rallied behind him in a little bit because, like, listening to his podcast, like, he brings in other people. Like, he just did an hour one with Rhea Ripley, talking about her relationship with Dom and everything else. It was kind of funny. Something else I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, The Rock. What do you guys think of this new version of Rock?
I don't mind.
It's not going to last.
No, it's not going to last. I meant to, but I don't mind it.
No, I think a lot of people thinking he's going to pull the APA on Roman.
Here's what I thought.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Here's what I think is going to happen. Night 2, Rock will pin Cody or Seth. It'll be Bloodline rules on night 2. The Bloodline, Jimmy, Solo, Rock, Roman are beating the hell out of Cody. Seth has a world title match. He ain't going to run down unless they interfere in his match earlier in the night. So Cody's going to need help. I see Jey Uso running down. I see different people running down who've had problems with Roman and the Bloodline in the past. And I see the 4 of them and 4 other guys battling through the crowd. And I see Cody pinning Roman clean. And then that way they can build. When Roman returns, Brock can be like, "What happened? You got beat. You're supposed to be unbeatable." And then Roman's like, "You're the one who put in this stupid ass stipulation on Bloodline rules. It's your fault I lose," which could cause friction in the Bloodline and have the 2 of them fight at SummerSlam or next year's WrestleMania.
Sounds about right.
Because Rock did state a few years ago that him and versus Roman was a lock, but Rock wanted to make sure there was a story and a build-up to it. This would be the perfect build-up.
All right. I can't stay much longer, guys. My phone battery's low. Even on the charger, it's still fine.
Yeah,
because when Roman takes his hiatus, who's there to lead the Bloodline?
John Cena.
Rock.
All right. So, Chief, can we quickly do the guess the shit stuff?
Yeah, you said you had a guest a wrestler or guest a tag team, and you want to fill Insidious in on how we're going to do it real quick?
All right. So the rules are going to be different this time. You guys are going to ask alternating questions. So, for example, you can ask, is it a male tag team? I'd say yes or no. Then the next person would ask, okay, did this person do this or that? I'll answer the questions, and then what's your turn? You'll be like, hey, did they do this? I'll say yes. So you can, if you think you know the answer, go ahead and say it. Was it DX? And I'll say yes or no, and then we can move on. You get the idea as you guys go back and forth. So, All
Sorry,
right.
I cut you off there, guys.
No, that's fine. All right. Toss the tag team. Who wants to go first?
Insidious, go ahead.
What's what?
Ask
You
a
can ask
question.
questions. First.
WWE or WCW?
I'm sorry? WWE.
Is
They were a WWE tag team. All right, Chief?
Hold on a second. My notebook's being stupid here. You said WWE?
Mm-hmm.
Attitude or now?
Late 2006, early 2007.
Okay.
Insidious?
Were they ever champions?
Yes. They held the world tag title one time together.
No, so it ain't London and Kendrick. Crap. One time. Did they ever fight each other?
Yes. Would you like to know their final match against each other, or is that like a different question?
No.
Different question.
I was thinking, was it during the Attitude Era?
You said 2000, early 2006, late 2007.
So no.
Right. So what's your question, Insidious?
Well, that was my question.
Well, yeah, but that was already asked. I'll give you another one.
Was is one of them still in the company today?
One of them is still in the company today. Chief? Unless Insidious, do you have a guess? Insidious, do you have a guess? If Insidious doesn't have a guess, that's Chief's turn. Do you have a guess, Insidious?
For some reason, I was thinking Legacy.
Nope. Chief?
As the one that's currently in WWE ever won a world title?
Yes.
You thinking of D-Generation X?
No, I was right there with you on Legacy, but now I had to go a different route.
All right, Insidious.
Was either one of them in a faction?
Yes.
Well, that helped.
Like, other than this tag team, have they ever been in other factions? Yes. The answer is yes. They both have, actually. They've both been in other factions other than just being what they're doing now.
Did one of them ever fight The Undertaker?
Yes. Now, wait, when you say they fought The Undertaker, are you talking about like anytime, or are you talking about like at WrestleMania?
At WrestleMania.
Yes. All right, Chief.
He's going through manias, I can tell.
Yes, he is.
Is he a current champion?
Is who? The current champion? Is one of them a current champion?
Yes.
Yes.
I know who it is.
If you have a guess, go for it.
Roman Reigns.
Wrong.
Okay.
Oh, except the problem is, Chief, he is a current champion. One of them is a current champion, but not in WWE.
Oh. Oh. Oh, okay.
Insidious, your turn. You're both going to slap yourselves when you figure out who this is.
Don't make me say Spirit Squad.
Okay, I won't, because that's not the answer.
Good, then I'm out of the guesses.
Because they haven't faced him at Taker at Mania.
Nope,
And I'm actually going to answer Insidious's question more. They both faced The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Oh.
No, this helps.
All right, Insidious, what's your next question?
Did they ever face Edge and Christian?
No? Ish?
I think I know.
I can't answer that question, I don't think. No, they have not faced Edge and Christian.
No, because he didn't face him. No, Christian didn't face him at Mania, and they're both in AEW. But Edge is a champion. Fuck!
No, I said if they ever faced Edge and Christian.
He's asking if this tag team ever faced Edge and Christian. Technically, the answer is no.
Have they ever faced either one of them?
Yes.
Because you said they both faced him at Mania. Christian's never faced Taker at Mania. That puts out ENC.
No, but they have faced Edge and Christian. That's what I was looking into.
Individually, yes. As a tag team, no.
Wait a minute.
The Miz and Alex
champion
Riley.
in AEW?
Huh?
Is the champion in AEW?
Maybe.
Rated RKO.
Got it. That's why I couldn't answer how they faced Edge and Christian. I mean, but one of them's Edge. That was a hard. I didn't know how to answer that one.
That's what your dilemma was. Edge can't face himself.
Okay, I got one for you. That's a tag team.
Because when he said Legacy, there was something in your voice that led me to Orton. So I'm sitting here trying to think all the teams Orton's been with.
Right. So this is a tag team that was in WCW.
All right.
Now you can start asking questions.
Go ahead, Ghost.
Are any of so it's a tag team, so two of them, right?
Yep.
Okay. Are any of them still active?
No.
So they're both retired?
Yes.
Were either of them ever in WWE?
Were they? Yes.
Were they ever in WWE as a tag team?
No.
Fuck! There was my answer.
Have both of them won? One of them has won a championship in WWE under Vince McMahon Jr. Senior.
Okay. That one. And Chief, it's your turn to ask a question.
I know I'm stuck. Oh, did they come over in after WCW was bought?
No.
By Vince?
Did they ever hold WCW titles?
Yes.
I'll be more specific. The WCW tag title.
Yes.
It's Chief's turn. Go ahead.
Is one of them under contract with WWE but not wrestle?
No.
Okay. So they want the other team.
I can tell you their build heights if that would help.
No, don't do that. Unless we ask that question.
I can give you a combined build weight.
No, don't do that.
Again, unless we ask the question, don't give us something up here. That's not fair. How many times did they win the WCW Tag Team Champions?
One time.
One time. Shit. Okay, so that's not who I was thinking. Your turn, Chief.
Are they both alive?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That really don't change me up. Okay.
So it's not LOD.
Hmm.
Your turn, Ghost.
Right. Did any of them in WCW or WWF, did they ever win the world title?
Yes.
In both companies or just one?
In both.
So they're shit. Okay.
Well, only one did. The other one did not. The other one only won WCW Tag and World.
Were they ever part of a faction?
Yes.
I'm throwing this out there, but Harlem Heat?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. Because Booker came over with the title. In NXT.
Okay,
I really got to think hard because I'm not big on WCW.
I have to rephrase this. He did not. He never won the WWF title.
Hey, Hugo, we were doing a wrestling bracket of round one. Now we're just doing a guest wrestler.
But he did challenge for every title in WWF.
But he never held it.
Nope.
Okay, so you kind of messed up on the question I asked.
Yeah, I fucked up there. Sorry, my bad.
Okay, were these two an actual tag team, or were they just two people they random threw together and say go for it?
They were an actual tag team in WCW. And one of them did leave WWF to go to WCW. Go ahead.
Doom.
No.
Damn it!
You're gonna slap yourselves when you guys do.
Did one of them ever drive a motorcycle to the ring?
No.
Okay, so it's not O'Hare. It's not Palumbo and O'Hare then.
Right, that was going to be my next guess, actually.
This team is from the original WCW.
Fuck me.
And both of them were in the same faction. But they didn't win the titles in the faction.
And you said they never won the world title. So, I mean, it can't be the Hollywood Blondes because that would be Steve.
They never won the titles and tag titles in WWE. It was only WCW.
Right. That's why I said it can't be the Hollywood Blondes because one of them would be Austin.
But both of them held the WCW world title.
Oh. All right, that thing's Well, Sting and Luger were a team for a while. Was it Sting and Luger?
Huh?
Sting and Luger?
Damn. Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. Both of them were in WWE. You said only one was ever in WWE.
I said one because you said, has any of them in WWE? And I said, one of them. And I said, and you said recently. And I said, no.
But both Luger and Sting was in WWE. And Sting was in WWE recently.
No, he wasn't. Just been 5 years since he was there. It was 2016.
How long ago is recent to you when it comes to the history of wrestling?
Like today, now, last year, last month.
In the last couple of years.
Oh, come on. But both Luger and Sting has both been in WWE.
Yes, but I was going by that era.
Come on, Chief.
You still got it. What are you complaining about?
And Hugo, I have a question for you. How is Savannah, Georgia?
And, by the way, if I would have told you the build weight, you would have figured it out.
Oh, I was starting to think Steiner Brothers for some reason.
Well, I knew that wasn't it.
I was waiting for one of you to say NWO, because that would have linked the two.
Yeah, I guess. All right, I do have a faction, so go ahead.
Well, Chief's up.
Oh, Chief, do you got one?
Yeah, I'm looking. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Lights was good though.
With what?
Ask your question.
All right. Tag team or faction?
Tag.
Okay.
Past or present?
Past.
Oh, that doesn't help it. Is any of these two guys active?
One no, one possibly on Independence.
So they're neither one of them are in the big shows.
No.
Okay.
WCW, WWE.
Both. WCW and WWE.
Just to throw that out there, ECW at all?
No.
Okay.
Not as a tag team.
Wait a minute, they were in ECW. Was any of them in ECW?
That's what I'm looking. I don't think so.
Okay.
Were they a part of NWO or Four Horsemen?
That's two questions. Which one?
Hold on, I'm trying to answer the one question real quick.
While you're doing it, here's my question. Are they alive?
Yeah.
Yes.
Both of them?
Yes. And
Okay,
yes, one of them was in ECW.
Oh.
I'm going to guess. Will one of them Buff Bagwell?
No.
Well, if you're saying part of the NWO, it ain't the Outsiders.
Mm-mm. We know it ain't Hollywood Hogan because he was never in ECW.
Damn it. No, you have to clarify. Were they part of the NWO or Four Horsemen? Because he said both at the same time.
Yes, I did.
I'm checking one thing real quick. One of them was in the NWO.
Oh.
Oh.
And when I mean past, I mean more than 5-10 years ago.
Oh, I got it when you said ECW and NWO together.
Only one
Go
of them
ahead.
was in ECW.
I got no idea. Go ahead and see if you have a guess. Go for it.
I'm rambling through my brain of NWO members at the moment. So go ahead, ask a question.
How many times have they held tag? Do they ever have tag gold in any of these companies? If so, how many?
They have held the WWF/E twice. Well, I'm going to say WWF twice. They held the NWA Mid-Atlantic WCW World Tag Team titles 7.
Oh. Okay, so that's not who I was thinking.
And New Japan Pro Wrestling twice.
All with the same two?
Yes.
One of them may be not Dean Malenko?
No.
Raven and Kidman?
No and no.
Fuck.
So that's the Steiners, right?
What?
Steiners?
Oh.
Yes.
I forgot about. Right when he said Steiner, I'm like, Scott was in the NWO.
And he turned on his brother to join the NWO.
Yep.
Right,
and
that's
Rick
what I was thinking. I was like,
and Rick
gotta be
was in
Stein-
and Rick was in WWF when he went to ECW.
I don't know. There's only 2 teams that's held the titles 7 times in WCW, and the other one's a faction, so I knew that wasn't it.
Yeah, Rick was the one in ECW.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to ask me, were either of them a former world champion? And I went, yes. WCW.
All right. We'll do one more, and then my power's probably going to die on me.
Okay.
Okay, well, I got one more for Chief then.
All right.
I might
Go
have
ahead,
time
bro.
for it. Go ahead.
You
That's the
said you
question,
had a
guys.
faction, though.
Okay, yes, this one's a faction, not a tag team.
All right, first question. WWE, ECW, WCW, AEW, which company?
It's a WWE, all of it.
Okay.
Present?
No.
Attitude.
2001. About the
So
time,
right between Attitude and Modern. Got you.
it's about the time during the Invasion era.
Okay.
Ooh.
Or a little bit, but probably before that, maybe. I don't know. But it was in that era, that time frame, right when
Well, the invasion
right when
was
the companies were
2001.
bought.
Yeah, that was in 2001.
Yeah. Let's see, it's your turn.
Was it before or after NWO?
I don't know. That's not a fair question.
Not a fair question. I never heard that.
I think NWO came in 2001, 2002.
Mm-hmm. It isn't Raven's Flock, is it?
No.
Has any member of this faction won a world title? Is that you searching or not wanting to tell us?
I'm searching.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the answer is no, but I'm double checking. The answer is no. None of them has held a world title.
Okay.
So that eliminates the Four Horsemen.
All right, Stace, you're up.
Has any of them tag team champions?
Are you asking together or without each other?
As a faction, did any of them hold tag team gold?
No.
Okay, here's a simple question. Did any member of the faction ever held any type of championship?
Within the faction or without the faction?
With
the faction, yes.
So no world, no tag.
Correct.
What about Intercontinental US?
Intercontinental, yes. US, no.
Uh,
Oh my god.
Isn't the LWO, is it?
No.
Are any members of the faction still active?
Oh.
Making you work for this.
I know.
Fuck, he's making us work. My brain's about to explode.
I'm looking. There. One is kinda like indies. The second one, that one says retired. All three of them are retired. One of them is kind of semi-retired. So they're pretty much all kind of done.
FBI.
Nope.
Okay.
So yes, your turn.
The right to censor?
That's your question. You're not going to ask a question? And no.
Oh.
What? You got a question?
Was there 4 members in this?
No. I'm surprised no one asked me that. Like, hey, how many members were in this faction? That's a question.
Okay, smartass. How many members total were there in this faction?
3.
And they never were world title, whether they were together or separate?
Correct.
APA?
It's not APA because Bradshaw's a former champion.
And APA is a tag team, not a trio.
No, they had a trio. They had Trish in there.
No.
Oh, no, wait a minute. No, she was set up with the right to censor. Never mind.
No.
No.
All right, Steve, it's your turn.
All 3 men?
Yes.
None are active. Do any of them have family that work in WWE?
Hell if I know.
Okay, with that response, I know it ain't Rikishi and Too Cool.
No.
That would have been a good guess, though. That would have been the right guess. But they did hold gold title, though. They hold tag team in that faction, though.
Yeah, no.
And just to help, because you guys keep forgetting titles. Okay. In the faction, there was Intercontinental title gold, and there was also the light heavyweight or the cruiserweight title.
One of them was a cruiser?
Yes.
Oh.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to remember what the tag team is.
Yeah, I'm having a brain fart at the moment.
Was Tajiri in this faction?
Huh?
Was Tajiri in this faction?
No.
I was going to ask for Ray.
No.
How about Funaki?
None of them are Japanese.
Okay, that takes out.
What about Eddie? Eddie Guerrero.
He won a world title.
No version of the LWO at all. I gotta give my wife credit for this one. This is a good one.
Wait, your wife came up with this?
Uh-huh.
Fuck me.
I honestly thought you guys would get it once I told you what year it was, but no, this is actually a good one. He gets points on this one. I thought this would be too easy, not too hard.
Maybe we're not asking the right questions.
Maybe
I know,
not.
that's what I'm thinking. You said there was only 3 in it?
Yep. Why don't you?
Okay,
You could ask about other credentials that some of them may have.
so that took out Main Street. Or are any of them linked to the McMahon family?
No.
Okay.
Did one of them have the DDT as a finisher?
Who are you thinking of?
Just a random question, actually.
I don't know.
Because for some reason, I was thinking Team 3D.
No. But I will say this. So I'm really losing on this one. One of them is a Hall of Famer. I'll even throw in other credentials. One of them is a former hardcore champion. Oops. It hits the back button too much. Not within the faction, but he did hold tag team gold on multiple occasions, just not within this faction.
Did any member of this faction work for another company?
Yes. To be more frank, one of them worked for WCW and TNA.
Did any of the 3 ever face Taker at Mania?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Yeah, I am completely lost on this one, fellas.
Should we know who they are?
You should.
There's one
Man,
of
if I
them,
give
Billy
you the
Kidman.
next hint about what their accolades, it's going to give it away.
You said IC.
Is one of them Billy Kidman?
No. One of them was also in New Japan Pro Wrestling for a while. One of them is actually known for having one of the stupidest gimmicks ever in WWE.
Norman Smiley?
No.
Then who else could have a more stupider gimmick than him?
Fair enough.
The most stupidest gimmick in WWE was
I
Curran
said
White.
one of the stupid gimmicks. I didn't say the stupidest.
No.
Okay. Damn it. Fine, I'll give this one away. The Hall of Famer is a 2-time Hall of Famer.
Ric Flair?
No.
No, he's a former world champion. Shawn's a former world champion. Hogan's a former world champion.
And none of them's ever won gold.
No, they've won gold, just not world title gold.
Well, the only 2-time Hall of Famers I know are...
It's not the Hardys, is it?
No.
With Lita?
No.
No, they're
No, because it said 3 men.
Yeah, I just remembered that.
And
2-time Hall of Famer.
And Jeff has held the world title.
Did they feud with Jeff and Matt?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me look.
Because you said 2-time Hall of Famer, that would be Shawn, Flair.
They've
Hogan.
feuded with the Dudleys. They feuded with the Hardys.
Now we're getting somewhere.
I'm stuck when he says two-time Hall of Famer.
But they feuded with the Dudleys and the Hardys.
Mm-hmm. They never won. I mean, they got their ass beat by both, but
I'm still thinking Spirit Squad.
I'm telling you, it's not. Oh, I forgot this one. One of them has also won the European title, but not within the faction. I don't know if that helps.
I'm stuck on this Hall of Famer because you said two-time Hall of Famer.
He's a two-time Hall of Famer.
Shawn, Flair, Hogan,
Bischoff. Wait, Bischoff never won a title.
What faction was Bischoff ever in?
NWO.
The original.
Those are the only three two-time Hall of Famers that I know of. And then Booker, I think he might be in two-time.
But he's a 5-time WCW champion.
Were they mentored by anyone that we would know?
Yes. One of them was, yes. Like by mentor, you mean like? What do you mean by mentor? Let me before I say yes or no. What do you mean by that?
Oh fuck! What do I mean by that? Fuck, I don't know.
Like, were they like working? Like, did they ever work alongside another wrestler?
Yes.
Like, are you asking me if were they ever in other factions?
Yeah, we'll put it that way. In other factions.
Yes. And yes, he worked alongside some legends. Yes.
Did they ever feud with Undertaker and Kane?
Not that I know of. It doesn't mention that.
I'm gonna end up smacking somebody by the end of this.
Chief, you're more familiar with 2001 than I am.
I can't remember that far back.
He doesn't even know what he had for breakfast.
Well, we know
Actually,
it ain't Edge and Christian. We know it ain't the Hardys. We know it isn't the Rock and Sock connection, of course.
But I'm stumped on this two-time Hall of Famer bullshit.
Well, maybe we should look past that. That's only one of them. We still have 3 other ones to focus on.
No. How are they in the Hall of Fame if they've never won world titles?
That means they were in there for something else.
No, the other 2 are not Hall of Famers.
Only the one, which means the other one was a mentor of the faction. Kind of like Randy Orton with Evolution.
Not
Triple H with
necessarily.
Evolution. Running in 2001. Evolution was in 2005.
And I had 4.
Yeah, I'm trying to go backwards. To starting at 05, because I know 05 really well.
Fun. I'm loving this.
So I'm working back. So you had Evolution 05.
Obviously, my wife gets a gold star on this one.
Well, you better lay her tonight for this. So, Chief, who was the faction in 04?
Why are we even thinking about 04?
Because I'm working backwards.
Well, Evolution was 02.
What stumps me is you said 3 and none of them became world champion. With and two-time Hall of Famer. That's what has me stumped. Because originally I was thinking Malenko, Saturn, Guerrero, and Benoit.
Right.
That can't be.
No. Was one of them Raven?
No.
Are they still alive?
Yes. As far as I know,
All 3.
Yes. Yes. And yes. Oh, I will even help you a little further. One of them is currently still signed to WWE. But he's retired. He's currently a trainer.
Is Matt Bloom part of this trio?
Perhaps.
Okay, now I'm trying to think anything to deal with him. A-Train, Tensai, A-Train, Prince Albert. He was in a partnership with Test, but that has nothing to do with this.
Nope, it's not TNA.
Who else did he partner with?
Chief's going to get this soon. He's going to put him together with the two-time Hall of Famer. He's going to get it. Give it 5 minutes. Chief's going to nail it.
All right, time to put my thinking glasses on.
No, you're not. You're going to look it up.
I'm not.
Okay.
My hands are right here.
Insidious, do you have any more questions to try to help yourself?
Yeah, was he called Prince Albert in 2001?
Yes. Or just Albert. Let me guess. When I said trainer, is that how you figure Matt Bloom?
Yeah. But I'm thinking, shit, I have no water, and I ain't getting up to walk away because you'll think I'm cheating.
Insidious, you can keep cracking. If Chief, do you have another question, or you want Insidious to keep cracking?
Have him keep cracking. I'm thinking.
I'm thinking myself at the moment.
Ask questions about other members. Keep trying. I mean,
Was one of the members also in D-Generation X?
yes.
X Factor.
Good job, Insidious got it.
Yeah.
Took me a minute. Because I was, after you said that, I'm thinking, wait a minute, who else?
Who else is part of A-Train? Yeah, or Albert.
Yeah. And then I kept
Just
thinking,
Incredible.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yep. And I was thinking X-Pac.
Two-time Hall of Famer, X-Pac.
Yeah,
as DX and NWO.
Yeah, I forgot about him being inducted with them.
I do have one more.
Go ahead.
This one was formed in 99.
So does she get some credit on that one or what?
Yeah, she does.
One of them forgetful factions.
Yeah, quite literally.
Okay, 99. Is this a tag team or a trio?
Faction.
How many members are in the faction? Really?
13 count?
What the fuck?
Yes.
Nope.
NWO?
Nope.
Right to censor.
Nope.
Wait, you said 99?
Uh-huh.
So it can't be Nexus.
WWE or WCW?
WWF.
Okay, whatever.
I say WWF because, well, it's the Attitude Era.
Wait. The Ministry.
Or the corporate ministry.
Michael was correct.
Yeah.
Corporate.
All right, guys. All right, that was fun.
I was trying to come up with a way not to list all of them, and I'm like, well, fuck. There really isn't a way to do that. I could have just went with the original 2 or 3.
Yeah.
If I was to go the right way.
Right.
But I didn't want to make it too fucking
I gotta
difficult.
get off this. So, anything else, guys?
Nope. I'm just looking for someone to raid. Go ahead and take off.
All right. Thanks, guys. See you later.
Yep, later.
Yeah, Tud.
I made that one too easy.
Yeah. But damn,
That would have
X-Factor,
been a good
all
one.
about them.
That would have been a good one if I would have just went with the original 3.
Yeah.
Who the fuck was Rodney? I don't remember Rodney.
Rodney Mack?
I don't know. No? He was a member of the Mean Street Posse. I don't remember him.
That was Shane McMahon's little cronies.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Made sense. You notice when you said ministry, I didn't just jump in. I waited for the corporate part.
Yeah.
Because the ministry was the whole different part of it. I guess I could have just said no and it would have stumped Michael out.
Yeah. Because that's what I was gonna say next if you said no.
But if I would have went with the Ministry of Darkness, I would have really threw you off. But all right, brother, I'm gonna take off too. I gotta take my phone for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find someone to raid here.
All right, we'll holler at you later.
Yep, later. No, so you guys just be staring at my face while I search for someone to raid here. I think we're gonna fade only Drome.
Hi, I'm Insidious. Thanks for watching this podcast.
This is the Ghost, and thank you for watching our podcast.
And I am the Chief. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great night.